This is Percy Sledge, and I want you to know that Chris Walks is the man that plays the best of soul music anywhere in England and the world. Sock it to him, Chris, man. You got it. Do it, do it.
When a man loves a woman, can't keep his mind on nothing else. He changed the world for the good thing he's found. If she is bad, he can see it. She can do no wrong. Turning back on his best friend if he put her down.
When a Man Loves a Woman is such a great love song, did you know at the time how big it was going to be?
No, I never in my life thought that song would be what it turned out to be, Chris. Because when I recorded this song, I was having fun. I put it together. It was called Why'd You Leave Me, Baby? I just wrote it myself and made it up. And I was just having fun. That was my first record, and I've been always wanted to go in the studio, and I just never knew what it would mean to me in my life. It was unbelievable.
You're currently on the Soulious tour with Freda Payne, James Ingram, Jackie Graham, and Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Fantastic. Unbelievable, man. I didn't know Cliff was such a great entertainer. He's fantastic. Well, all the acts are. We've been having a great time.
Yeah, it must be great to be with so many other great singers.
It's fabulous.
So where have you been touring then?
We opened in Nottingham, then Manchester, then Liverpool. Last night we was in Birmingham. And we got to go to, we're here in London for 2 nights. And then the last show would be in Newcastle.
Great. And when was the last time you performed in England?
Last year. Yeah, David Guest show. But me and the Temptations and Freda and all of us on the same show. Dorothy Moore, the Stylistics. It was about 12 of us on that show with David Guest. So I was here last year.
That must have been a great show.
That was fabulous too. But I was a special guest on that show. And I was only doing one song. That's When a Man Loves a Woman. But on Cliff Richard's show, we doing a duet together called "I'm Your Puppet." Me and him doing that together, and then I'm doing When a Man Loves a Woman.
What was it like to record with Sir Cliff?
Oh man, we had fun. And like I said, this guy's unbelievable. I never met him before, and now he's like a good friend of mine. You know, he's really fabulous.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, isn't he?
Very nice. I don't think I ever met anybody like Cliff before. Out of all the entertainers I met in my career, I have to put Cliff at the top. You know, as far as touring with a star. Because, you know, my favorite singer in Europe is Rod Stewart, you know. But I have to put Cliff up there now because I really enjoy his singing. His voice is very good.
Who would you say are your favourite soul singers from the past and today?
Oh, I would say it would have to be Otis. He was my favorite. When I was in high school, Sam Cooke was my favorite. Today, I don't know. I'd have to say about the same. You know, Wilson Pickett, I always enjoyed his music. Eddie Floyd, all those guys, Clarence Carter. But today, if I'm listening to anybody in my car at home, it'll be people like those, Eddie Floyd and Otis Redding. And groups would be Temptation, Four Tops, people like that I, you know, grew up around, you know.
It's amazing, like, how many singers say Otis Redding. I mean, well, it's not amazing because he was such a great singer, but it just goes to show when other great singers say...
Well, see, Otis Redding was Cliff Richard is very much something like Otis Redding when it comes to heart and soul and niceness and friendship and stuff. You know, they're very much almost alike. Of course, you have to come a long way to be Cliff, since I know him these few weeks. He's fantastic.
And it's also very sad how it all ended for Otis, because he could have had many more hits, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah, you know, his career was just really getting started, you know. When he did Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, he was getting ready to take off really super. Of course, he was super before his accident happened, but he was going to be a giant man of giants, you know, if he hadn't failed and left us, you know.
I don't know if you've heard this song before. It's called A Tribute to the King, and it's all about Otis Redding. It's by William Bell.
Yeah, William. Yeah, I was with William a few months ago. We was in Memphis together, me and him and Eddie Floyd. And goes, Cliff was over there at that time, and we was all there having a big party. But you know, me and William Bell go way back a long time, you know, for years and years.
Oh, right. I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah. William Bell and Eddie Floyd, you know, they coordinate together a lot through the years. And that's how I really met William Bell, was through Eddie Floyd. Long time ago when I first started singing back in 1966.
How did you first get your break? How did it all start for you?
I was, what you might would say, discovered by a disc jockey by the name of Quinn Ivy. I was invited to sing in another singer's place one Christmas Eve party. And Quinn just happened to be over there. He was invited because he's the number one disc jockey in Sheffield, Muscle Shoals area. And he heard me make this song up that night. And he liked the feeling, but he didn't like the lyrics. And so the next thing what I done, I changed the lyrics to From Why You Leave Me to When a Man Loves a Woman. And he just flipped. He was crazy about it. And we went on about our business. But that's how I was discovered, though. Back in 1965, and we recorded When a Man Loves a Woman in April of 1966. We recorded in February and released in April of 1966. Yeah. But I never in my life, I didn't know what a hit record was because I was just a young rookie. I didn't know anything about music, about what records do or nothing. But Quinn Ivy and all the producers there in Sheffield, they knew what I had, but I didn't. When I first came to London back in 1966 with Otis Redding and went to Paris, that's when I found out what I had. It was a great record. And Otis had told me what a great record it was. Joe Tex, Stevie Wonder also spoke highly of it. But like I say, I was so young, and that was my first record. I didn't realize what I had.
How old was you when you recorded When a Man Loves a Woman?
I was 25, and I'm 71, 1 month from tomorrow, the 25th of November.
And the song still lives on, and I think it always will.
All over the world, yeah. Parties, weddings, you name it. But see, I've been really blessed, though, Chris. You know, God gave me this voice, and He gave me this strength to be singing this song after all those years. It's just unbelievable. What a blessing that He has put on me throughout my career and my life.
I think many soul singers feel the same, don't they, really? They feel very lucky.
Very, very fortunate. It's all because of the Lord. I've been blessed, you know.
What did you do before you was a singer?
Well, you know, I worked in the hospital as an orderly male nurse, and I was playing baseball real well, and I thought I was going to be a baseball player. And
really? Who's your baseball team then?
All right. My baseball team, since I was 12 years old, was the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, right. Are they any good? I don't know. I don't follow baseball.
Well, they won the division last year, but we had some great teams through the 70s, a team we called them the Big Red Machine. We won some World Series and some pennants in those years. You know, it goes and comes with your team. You just got to live and die with them, you know.
That's very true, yeah. You've always got to stick with your team, haven't you?
Right.
No matter how bad they're doing.
But they didn't do too good this year, even though they won the pennant won their division last year, but they fell off this year.
Oh, well, they won it last year.
And I'm looking for them to bounce back next year. You know, we got a good team. I'm looking for them to bounce back.
Yeah, let's hope so. What was Otis Redding like?
Like I said, he was very nice, and he gave so much advice to young singers, you know. Of course, he was young himself, but he had been out there before I was. And he gave you a lot of spunk, you know. He made you feel like you've been out there for a while. You learn things from Otis. He was just that type of guy. And he was very, very friendly, you know. And one of the greatest entertainers I ever known was Otis Redding. He put his heart and soul in everything that he done on stage. That's why I thought he was one of the most greatest soul singers ever existed, because he could do so much on stage other than just funk. He could sing beautiful love songs, ballads, and he could do it all.
Who would you say were your biggest influences when you were growing up?
Well, believe it or not, I couldn't hear nothing but country music. I was listening to people like Hank Williams Sr. and Marty Robbins, Jim Reed. And but after I got to be a teenager, I could hear people like Sam Cooke. I would say Sam Cooke was my biggest idol as far as the soul field. After I got to be 13 or 14 years old. But when I was a young boy growing up, all I could hear was country music. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, now, who would have thought that, you know? But see, I was born and raised in Alabama in the Deep South, and we only had one radio station in that little country place where I lived at, and they only played country music.
So no soul at that time?
No, well, they had 15 minutes a day that they would play rock and roll. Now, the only time that you might could hear soul music or rock and roll, it would be late at night, where you could hear it coming out of Nashville, Tennessee. And it was so much static till you couldn't practically hear, you know, what they were saying. But Wilson Pickett, 6345789, I'll never forget that, Static and All. I loved that song when I was listening to the Honest Record Mark out of Nashville.
Are you planning on recording in future? Are you planning to record a new album, maybe, possibly?
I don't know. I've had offers, you know, from different companies in Hollywood, everywhere, you know, to come and do albums. They've sent me material for me to do, but I can't make up my mind to go back in the studio because, you know, guys as old as I am now, my music I can only sing one way, and that's to say it, love songs. And the people that listen to music like that, they've gotten older now. And so what I've been doing, though, recently was cutting gospel albums. I got my first gospel album finished before I came to Europe on this trip. But I'm gonna keep my eyes and ears open as long as my voice is still strong. Hear some good lyrics, a good melody, or something that I could take and put together like I did in my olden days and stuff. I might go back in and do another album or two. I don't know. So I won't say I'm quitting.
No, you don't want to do that, do you? You only come out of retirement, wouldn't you?
Well, I love it too much, because I love singing, you know. So,
yeah.
And my fans is what keep me going. Yeah, they make me welcome everywhere I go. Standing ovation when I walk on the stage and when I leave, and hey, what more can a man ask for, you know? So.
Yeah, I mean, it must feel so great, the applause.
Yeah, I never forget when Rod Stewart gave me my trophy to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Looked like I could see so many views of years of entertainment all over the world, Africa, Europe, America, Indonesia. Just those split seconds when he handed me that trophy, it just looked like it flashed through my mind like a flash of lightning. It's just something that can't be explained, you know. Well, it was one of the most great experiences I ever had in my life, and for to have one of my greatest artists to present it to me was double great.
When was you awarded that?
2005.
2005, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, it must have been a fantastic moment.
Man, what you talking about? That was unbelievable, man. That night was unbelievable. Richard Gere, the movie star, he's one of my favorite fans. I didn't know that. He jumped over 3 tables to come give me a hug, and I couldn't believe that. These guys stepping on people's table with tuxedos on and all that just to come give me a hug, you know. He was telling me about how much he grew with my music. It was just a wonderful night for me.
Yeah, and well overdue, really.
I think everybody, LeVert and them they was inducted that same night, the OJs, and these guys, they was like on cloud 9 too, you know. Yeah, U2, Buddy Guy, all of us was inducted that same night. But it's something that I got many awards all over the world through the years, but that one that night was unbelievable.
Is there anything else you're doing at the moment, or?
Oh well, like I say, I'm doing my first gospel album. I finished that the week before I came over here, and now I'm fixing to do my first Christmas album. And we hope to get through with that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Get through with that this winter, and maybe next Christmas we'll have it out for my fans all over the world.
Oh, we'll look forward to that. Is that going to be all the old Christmas classics? Yeah,
I'm doing stuff like Blue Christmas and stuff like that, and the Christmas song. I had Alabama, the group Alabama, Randy, to write a couple of songs for me. One is called Christmas Time in Dixie. Everybody thinks that's going to be great. Of course, he recorded some years ago. And I like it. It's looking to be a great album for me, Chris.
Yeah, and usually Christmas albums do very well, don't they?
And this is my first one. I never did one before. Never did a spiritual album before. These will be my first two.
With the gospel album that's out at the moment, how many tracks are on there?
14.
14.
It's 14 gospel tracks and 12 Christmas tracks.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And like I say, I want my fans to know that I'm not thinking about retiring. I'm just not ready to go back in the studio right now until I can get material write me a song that I think that would go great with my fans today.
You don't rush into a recording studio.
Oh yeah, I enjoy the studio, especially the way the technology is now, man. You know, the 82 tracks and all that stuff. My God. I went in there in Hollywood and did that last CD. I couldn't believe it. It looked like something from outer space, you know, buttons everywhere.
Yeah, lots of buttons.
The first thing I thought about was my first song that I recorded, When a Man Loves a Woman. We only had 4 tracks. Can you believe that?
And now they got how many?
82 tracks in last studio in Hollywood that I was recording on.
Oh my God, that's a lot.
That's a lot of tracks. One of the biggest boards ever.
Well, thanks a lot for coming on the show, Percy. It's been really great talking to you this evening.
Oh, well, it's been great talking to you. Are you going to try to make the concert?
Yeah, I'll try to. What, the one in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll try.
Man, you got to see this. It's out of sight, man. It really is.
Yeah, I've seen some clips on the internet, actually. It looks really good.
Yeah.
And lots of great singers there.
Oh, yeah, we got some great blues voices, and it's just, it's really a perfect show. It's dynamite. But I want to say this to all my fans.
Okay.
All over England, that I love them from the bottom of my heart, and you just don't know what you meant to me throughout my life, and I hope I meant something like that toward you, what you meant to me, and I want to say God bless you and thank you for so many wonderful years of your support of me and my family. We love you from the bottom of our hearts, and may God bless you all.
Thanks a lot for coming on the show, Percy.
Okay, I really enjoyed talking with you, man.
Yeah, you too. See you later.
Okay, you take care now.